Hello everyone, I'm Devi Jade. Thank you for coming to my channel again. I appreciate you visiting. Today we're going to be talking about Mercury Retrograde, and obviously you know that it's already started yesterday. Well, most of you would know because it's even on the news now. It used to be such a hidden thing. It's not any longer, and so it's on the 21st and it's going clear until the 14th of May. The difference is mostly there's a week of like a little bit of messiness, you know, people are wondering, oh my gosh, is there a retrograde? And then after, I see there's like an aftermath for about a week. This time though, the aftermath is going to be a little longer, much like the cyclones and all of those storms that have come in. There's more aftermath this time. It will go clear until the 1st of June. So I'll just remind you again, because most people read up on this, but just for your own benefit and what I've been divinely channeled to give you how to do more preventative measures, because we're still in the very baby stages of the Mercury retrograde. What I'd like you to do is just do this. I guess I'm going to go right to this first. I'd like you to get a bowl of some sort. It could be, now this happens to be my cute little bowl. And then I've got this happens to be a quartz crystal, but there's all these tiny little spikes. Now, if you just have one, it's fine. And you know, even if you have a tiny one, they can be very powerful. So I want you to put it into the bowl so that you have this energy that's powerful and sitting in the middle of that bowl, which you can't see, but it is in there. Okay, and then if you have anything left of, like I do, with Easter or whatever, or feng shui, I did this for feng shui to start. I have these chocolate coins. I want you to put them in there. Okay, I'm just going to place them in there. Now I'm going to put 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to bury that. I'm going to bury that thing underneath there. Oops, that's okay if it fell. So I'm going to bury that. And why am I doing that? Because I want this to represent what's coming into my life, what I'm willing to receive, because these bowls are always about receiving. When the Buddhist monks go out, they have a bowl. It's called a begging bowl. It's for, how can I serve you? This is what I can offer. My bowl is empty. And then we fill it for them. So whatever they help us with in emptiness, okay, of our spirit, then we're going to give them what they need to sustain themselves on their journey. So in that teaching, it's going to go to this next thing. So what do I put in next? What I want you to do is I want you to get these little sticky notes. Now, some people can get the hearts or whatever. And again, you can run out to the store, maybe not today, but in the next day or two. And I want you to get the sticky notes, and I want you to write on here little positive words to yourself. A whole bunch of them. Enough to go clear through June 1st. So it can be pleasant, or it can be love, or it can be happiness, or it can be joy, or whatever words, but mostly words that will describe some sort of attribute of bringing positive energy to yourself. And then you're going to put them in the top of the bowl. And as you're doing that, I want you every day, I want you to just fish around in there, mixed in with your little money, and I want you to pull one out, okay? And then that is going to be your word of the day. I've looked at the Mercury retrograde. It's in Taurus this time, and Taurus is very much about money. So without even knowing exactly what was going on, I was told, gather this, gather this, gather this. I just do what, you know, our deities tell me to do at the moment. And your money will not go backward this time, because it could be in people's minds very draining, because people have a tendency to feel that the Mercury retrograde, we're all going to, you know, fall off the face of the earth and all these terrible things are going to happen. There will be little things that come in, but as long as you have those 3 things, you have the crystal to just solidify the energy in there. You have the bowl, which is the emptiness, and that you're going in there and receiving what you put in there for your own self. You're going to have the gold, the coins to represent, and with the chocolate to represent to you the sweetness of life. Can you find them? You can go to little stores, you know, and you can still find these sorts of things. Well, what if I can't find the coins? Make something up. I mean, if you really want to put real money in there, you're welcome to do that too. But just make sure that you have 9 of whatever you decide and use the same denomination. I don't want you putting in the $1 million bills. That's not, this is more about coins, because think again of the monks. They're not going around asking for all this money. They're asking, I'm offering you this, and we give them exactly what they need. In this particular retrograde, we want to open ourselves to what we need so we can even receive more. That's where the words come in. Because if those things are in there and you pull out a piece of paper and you read it and it says joy, focus on that word all day, that you're going to fill yourself up with that. You're going to sing to it, you're going to hear it, you're going to focus on it so that you'll stay in positivity. The main thing about a retrograde is that you have a positive attitude, okay? Because in this retrograde, with the other side of the bull, they can be very stubborn, as we know, and they won't do what you want. So we want to appease that in ourselves, appease the part of us that is doing the pushback on us. We want to be joyful and lovely with ourselves, especially because with this attitude of joyousness and success and playfulness, that's another good word, you're going to find that every day will be good. And then you're going to say yes. You're going to say yes a lot. Yes, yes, I will. Yes, yes, I will. Okay, now I'm not talking about situations that are harmful to you. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about when we do the pushback on ourselves. I'm really going to get to that sort of thing. Well, let's see, I've got it on my list. I'm sure I'm going to do it. I don't know when. I've committed, but you're not saying yes. So you'll do that too along with this. So enjoy your time on this retrograde. And I wanted you to gather again something like this and putting the words in on these little pieces of paper, because it's an action, an actual action. It's a symbolism of you giving yourself what you need. And then that way you will pretty much sail through this retrograde. So people, even inevitably students and others that listen to the channel will say, well, what if? Okay, well, what if? Then that word that comes, you anchor it in. Yes, I will be joy. Yes, I will be happy. Yes, keep saying yes, because that's where the miracles come in. When we do that, we're actually parting things for us. We're parting the obstacles out of our way so that we can move forward into what we truly love. We always have a little voice on the side, or little voices that want to tell us something opposite. That's the retrograde. It will want to do that. Now, old school teachings is, can you start anything in the retrograde? Not recommended. If you feel like I'm going to go out, I'm going to look for a house now, or I'm going to look for a new job now, you need to wait now, clear until the 1st of June. If you'd already started it, not just in your mind, but you've actually done a little bit of work on that, yes, you can. Now, here's something that came to me. There are a few people that were born in the retrograde. If that's the case, and you were one of those people, this rules don't apply to you, because this is your flavor. It'll really work for you. And the other thing is, you don't want to do anything that's really important. Sign contracts. You don't want to buy cars. You don't want to get engaged. You don't want to do any of those things. So you don't want to have your marriage in a retrograde ever, because unfortunately, all kinds of things will mess it up and it won't flow and it won't work. And then you'll wish you'd never done it. So having said that, of the old school, what do you do when it's over and it's post? You just keep going along. That's why I said, make these little papers clear for June. So I don't know, we got almost a month here that we're doing it, but it's usually 3.5 weeks and we're finished with it. And the thing is pulling back the bow, and then everything moves forward really, really quickly after that. Thank you for coming, and I hope to see you soon. We got other little moons cycles that we'll be getting to. I appreciate you all, and have a wonderful retrograde. Enjoy.